One of the more common questions I get asked today by financial advisors when they're thinking about adding real estate to their portfolio on behalf of their clients is, where are we in the cycle? We often use the baseball analogy of, depending on where we're in the cycle, what inning are we in? Are we in the first innings or the middle innings or the later innings? I think it's much more important than just thinking about where the economic cycle is. What are the cycles that really impact commercial real estate? We often talk about real estate as a diversifier, and I think to really understand the power of diversification of owning commercial real estate and including it in your client portfolios, what's most important is to understand the different cycles that drive commercial real estate and cause it to perform differently than stocks and bonds or maybe other investments that a client may have in their portfolio. As we think about this, there's really not one cycle driving commercial real estate. There's three big cycles. And we categorize these in terms of the economic cycle, which is very much a function of GDP and job growth and the outlook for jobs in the U.S. economy. But then a completely different cycle from that is the property fundamentals cycle, which we often think about is really what's going on in the kind of micro local commercial real estate markets for individual property types and their individual locations. And then the third big cycle that's influencing commercial real estate is the capital market cycle, which we often describe as the supply and demand of capital, both debt and equity, to invest in commercial real estate. And that cycle is often driven quite differently than the other three cycles. So it is the interplay of these three sub-cycles in our minds: the economic cycle, which definitely is impacted by our economy; the property fundamentals cycle, which is very much driven by the individual markets that a property is located in and even the individual property types; and then the third big cycle, which is the capital market cycle. And to understand where you are in the real estate cycle, we think it's important that you break this down and think about the individual sub-cycles, because those are the ones that are going to really help you understand why commercial real estate performs differently in your client portfolios.